super, super easy for Liverpool. But Arsenal had their chances, and we'll get to that. Arsenal had their chances. We might have to christen him Alexandra Bricazette. He is under review, and I have been pushed and pressured to make him Class C. But for Liverpool, that swagger may be back. Lep, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Lep?
Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H. Double H.
It's the kid here for his post-match analysis breakdown. Liverpool against Arsenal, man. So look, man, remember, guys, hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe. Hit that sub. Now let's talk. This has to be probably one of the most commanding performances I've seen from Liverpool in a long time. Because let's keep it real. For most of last season, it was pretty much they just found a way to win. They just found a way to get that W. But this is that circa 2012, 2013 Klopp Dortmund, where literally you don't know how to defend these guys. These guys are just coming at you. They're relentless. They're back and forth, attack. Guys, right wing, he comes left wing, his striker. Left back says what's up to you. Right back says what's up to you. See him say, you know what? Let me see what's up with striker. Striker say, you know what? Let me come back, playmaker. Everybody is popping off, but it is almost like it's the best thing. It's like ordered chaos. It's ordered chaos the way that Liverpool were approaching this, and I think this is just what makes this Jurgen Klopp system so effective and so devastating. Is there really isn't a game plan to stop it, because he gives his players so much freedom, and his players have so many weapons to destroy you at that. You're like, what do you do? Salah, he's trying to get into his pockets to shoot the ball. Firmino, he's coming in deep to try and lay the ball. You have two flying wing backs who are coming up, putting in crosses, smacking crosses in, and also coming on the overlaps. Sadio Mane, dude is unwieldy. I thought this was definitely the Sadio Mane that we recognize. That's one of Sadio Mane's best games, because this guy was a flipping terror throughout the whole game. Should he have been sent? So, I didn't really see the whole offense, but it is what it is. But I mean, Liverpool didn't allow Arsenal to play. They literally didn't allow Arsenal to play. And I just think, for where Arsenal are concerned, I understood the tactic. You're the inferior team. You're playing against one of the best teams in Europe, one of the best team in England, and you're playing them at their crib. It would be foolish of you to try to attack them or go after them. That's just madness. So you've got to step back. And it's sort of almost what, because again, they were like, you know what? Let's take pressure, because every tactic has its pros and it has its cons. For Liverpool, the pros is that we're going to have a lot of men forward towards you, and we're going to press you so high, it's going to be difficult for you to have the ball or get any kind of rhythm. But the con to that tactic is ball over the top. Beat the press. Because if you beat the press, now Liverpool have an issue. And they did beat the press, and then boom, like I said, what's up? But, I mean, as much as Liverpool beat up Arsenal and got that ass and really smacked them open, like I said, should have had a hat-trick. He should have had a hat-trick. He had 2 1v1s. This is a 1v1 where you could stare your boy Alisson straight in the eye, and he messed up. Like, the way he executed those chances were just horrible. And it's just one of those things where, like, Arsenal could have easily walked away with 3 Gs in this game, because yes, they got beat up, and you look at the chances that Lacazette had, was just a quick pop-off pass, and then boom. But this was really Liverpool raising that intensity, and I felt that as the game wore on, Liverpool just got stronger, and it was much more difficult for Arsenal to even react to them. And I think with going back to Arsenal is that, I put out a tweet. It's what you need to want. Whether it's Wa or whoever, Arsenal need a pure, natural, central midfielder in the purest sense of the word. Xhaka is a stopper. He's a destroyer. He's a spoiler. Same thing with Elneny. He's a destroyer. He's a spoiler who they can make the quick 2-yard pass, but they're there to intercept. They're there to tackle. They're there to give the midfield that kind of oomph and just give it some strength and some power. But you need somebody who, under pressure, they can get hold of the ball, control the ball, look up, produce a pass. Look up, sets off Bellerin. Look up, sets off Maitland-Niles. You need guys that can do that under pressure, and I just don't think they had that. They have that with Xhaka because Xhaka is good at what he does. Xhaka is not a central midfielder. Xhaka can control the game, and especially in a game as where Arsenal are under so much pressure, you needed someone to say what's up. But look, man, I mean, for Liverpool, you see, if they can keep this kind of intensity throughout this season, because again, they'll never play like they just fully, but if they can get back to this where they don't allow a team to settle and Diego Jota can come in and say what's up, then I mean, you're looking at the guys who are going to defend their title. We already see what's happened with Man City and your boy Lep. Bro, so Liverpool, they've already gotten a sniff because remember, De Bruyne did say that, look, to do battle with Liverpool and wrestle back this title, we have to say what's up. As in, we have to start quickly. We have to start quickly, and if we don't start quickly, we're going to be screwed. You know, if we don't start quickly, we're going to be screwed. So Liverpool already have a little bit of daylight ahead of those guys in there. So, but look, man, I've got to be real with you, man, is that El Dio is El Dio. And I've said this about your boy El Dio, is that El Dio is hard to mark down because he doesn't have a pattern to play. And because he's so unwieldy, and because he is hitting you with so many different styles, whether is he going left, is he going right, he's going for the 1-2, he's making quick runs, he's going right into the channel, he's going out wide, he's looking for the overlap, he's dribbling you in unorthodox ways. That's why he's such a special kind of player to have. And it's a perfect to Salah. It's almost similar to the whole Ribery Robin kind of thing, where you saw Robin was, boom, I get the ball, shoot. Get the ball, shoot. But Ribery was about two-footed, I'm here to cross, I'm here to provide. Salah is very similar to what Robin was doing. And I think even when you look at that first goal from the equalizer, Salah didn't pass that ball to Mane. Are you crazy? He went for the shot, and Salah did really well to get in that position and that is just why these guys are so dangerous, is because for both Salah and Mane, these are wingers who they push the issue. They can run with the ball. They've got good balance on the ball. So they're good as individuals in an ISO situation, and they're good as a unit with Firmino there as well. But look, man, this felt like a training session, and I think you see, for Arsenal fans can feel frustrated because that would have been painful too much as an Arsenal fan, because you're looking at like, bro, we're just relentlessly getting shakalaked out here. You know, like we can't hold the ball. Everything we're doing is a long ball, and Liverpool are getting hold of this ball for 60-70% of the time. And not only that, because it's one thing like the Barca Inter Milan game 2010, have possession, and you don't do anything with it. But for Klopp's teams, all Klopp's teams, Klopp never says that keep hold of the ball for the sake of keep hold of the ball. That was that tiki-taka nonsense. It's about, yeah, we have possession, we're forcing the issue. Find those channels, find those spaces, which is why he is so insistent on guys making those key runs and lots of movement. Because the more movement you have, the harder it is to track guys. So it was a very, very difficult game for Arsenal. And I just think that similar to what happened against Chelsea, I think when Liverpool just really rev up the screw and turn up the intensity, especially their flanks with regards to what your boys Salah, Mane, and things are doing, it makes things really, really difficult. And I think for Naby Keita, I think he had an alright game. Surprised that your boy Thiago didn't start, but Naby Keita just thought, he actually did pretty good, and I think he combined really well with the front three, and I think that his attacking thrust and his walk in that final third is actually much better than I've seen it in previous other games. But for Arsenal, look, Arsenal were always going to lose this game. Let's keep it there. They were always going to lose this game. I feel they could have maybe done a bit better. Because for me, even if I felt Liverpool were going to win this, like I thought they were going to win this 2-1, I thought that Arsenal would be in the game a bit more than they were. I didn't think that Liverpool would dominate them to the degree that they did. But as I said again, football is a crazy sport. For all the dominance that Liverpool have, Lacazette had 2 superb chances, and that's the crazy thing. I get Aubameyang wide left because from a structural sense, it works. He's your best striker, your best finisher, and the most dangerous player on the counter attack is the player that is out wide. Not the player that's in the middle, is the player that is out wide because he has much more space to now execute. So you want Aubameyang in that kind of 1v1 situation. So I get him out there. But then you then say to yourself that imagine if those chances fall to Aubameyang. At the very least, I think he scores both. At the very least, he scores 1 out of 2. There's no way that Aubameyang misses those 2 chances because for the first one, like I said, why the heck did he go for the chip? If anything, okay, try and lay the ball across, and that was just such a break attempt at a chip. And the second one was, I don't think even Anderson had to move. You literally, 1v1, you can go bottom right, go bottom left. You literally smacks the ball straight at Alisson's face. So I was like, what the hell? That was just horrible, man. That was just horrible. So, but it's like, that's how crazy it is. That's, you don't win games by playing well. You don't win games by having possession of the ball. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net more times than your opponent. And I have seen games where one team has totally dominated the entire game, but the other team won because they just found a way of getting the ball in the net more times than their opponents. So Arsenal could have not stolen a win; they could have stolen a draw. Very easy. They could have stolen a draw. But yeah, no. This was Liverpool at their very near to their very best. It was Liverpool near to their very best because they created a lot of chances, had a lot of shots on goal. Leno had to make a lot of saves, and they made Arsenal walk. They made Arsenal walk, and I just think that, which is what Klopp wants from his side, specifically at Anfield, is that don't let the opponent breathe. Don't give them a chance. Don't even give them a hope. Don't even give them any kind of rhythm. Take them out of their rhythm. Don't give them any chance. And literally, as soon as we lose the ball, we hit them. We lose the ball, we hit them. We lose the ball, we hit them, And look, man, I said it before the season started, man. And it's still early days. But before the season started, I said I feel Liverpool will defend their title. And this was even before they got here. I just said that I'm not sure about Man City, and it's really only Man City that's currently challenged them. But I just said that I just feel these guys will defend their title. And as long as they keep their guys fit, because obviously if Salah goes down or Mane goes down, then that puts a lot of pressure on Jota and these other dudes. But if they keep their main guys fit, their main weapons fit, and so forth, I just see these guys getting it. They won't do what they did last season, but if they play like they played tonight for the majority of games this season, I don't know how you can beat them. Because the system just works so well. The team knows the system so well, and they can just hit you at so many different ways. And it is very difficult for any other Premier League side to really go against them. But for Arsenal, man, I think Arsenal, this game should have shown Arsenal, and especially Arteta, that, bro, go out and get a proper midfielder. You can't roll up to Anfield with Xhaka and El Nene and even that boy Ceballos as a midfielder. That's crazy. You can't do that. You're having a laugh. Because you rolling up with them with Xhaka as your main midfielder is you saying, look, bro, just beat us so we can go back and just catch the boys on Amazon Prime. Look, you just say, look, just beat us. Because yes, you can defend and everything, but you still have to have some quality on the ball. And the thing about it is that, and I'll come to questions now, is of course it's hard when people press you. Of course it's hard when you've got guys around you. But there are players who can beat the press. And I think that if especially when you're a midfielder, if you're a midfielder playing at a higher level, you should be good enough to be able to play under pressure, keep hold of the ball, move the ball around, dribble past the guy, turn around and find space to now unleash your guys through. But again, you need to be skilled in doing that at a high level. And I think that it is for these kinds of games, because again, when Arsenal face like a Man City, it will be the same thing because they will know that they'll have to give up possession to that superior team. But when you're doing the counter-attack, you need specific players, specifically midfielders, who know how to hold onto the ball, utilize the ball, and release it, man. But look, as I said again, like Arsenal could have stolen something, but for the whole entirety of the game, looking at the story of the game, Liverpool just took it to the next level, and there was a worrying gap in quality. There was a worrying gap in quality because, as I said again, I knew Liverpool were going to win. I knew they were the better team. I expected more from Arsenal. I expected more from Arsenal, as in like Liverpool, for the best part of 90 minutes, just smacked them up. It was like this. It was just a complete utter smack up. And it's like, yeah, I get what the tactic is, but to get smacked up like that for most of 90 minutes, I said, look, that's the title. There were large periods of time where this felt like a training session where Liverpool just like pop, 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 pass, pass, pass. Oh, we lose the ball. Press, win the ball. Pop, 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 pass, 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 boom, boom, pop, pop, pop. And I was just again and again and again. I was like, bro, that's what the heck? So it is what it is, man. So let's just see what you guys are saying, man. Oh, there we go. Klopp is far better than Mourinho. I wouldn't say far better. As of right now, I'll give it to you. As of right now, I'll give it to you right now. But to say that far better, come on, come on, chill. Let's be harsh. That dude of the match, either Mane, Trent, or Fabinho. I mean, they were all good. But Mane was on one too today. Because there have been times when Mane has scored, but he's not really played that well and he's made lots of mistakes. For me, I felt that, especially in the second half, which is why I was surprised when they brought off Mane, because everybody said, no, Mane has been one of the best guys on the pitch. And this guy is either going to score again or create again. So I was surprised when he was brought off for Jota. But maybe Klopp was like, bro, I know you're playing well and everything. Look, man, let me just take you off. So which is why I put out on Twitter that, is this a case of where it's not going to be a Jota Mane thing? Because, bro, like, Sadio Mane is arguably your best player now. Like, Salah may be your highest goal scorer, but I think Liverpool's best attacking player is Mane. I don't think that I can just say there's a best player, because I think what Van Dijk does is huge. And Fabinho, because I think Fabinho needs to be given a lot more praise, because most guys look at Salah, they look at Alisson, they look at Van Dijk, they look at Trent and so forth. But Fabinho is like a multi-purpose midfielder. So you want me to be in defense, I can pop off in defense. Do you want me to be DM, I can pop a DM. Do you want me to ping a pass to the dude, I can do that. Do you want me to even score a goal, hit a shot, I can do that. So on both ends, final third, and in defense, this guy is money. So, and to have a multi-purpose midfielder like that is gold dust for a midfielder, because damn it, guy's injured and everything. Fabinho, I need you in defense. Fabinho, I need you right back. Fabinho, I need you to now go up. So he can easily deputize in several positions. So Fabinho, I just think that for the value he brings for Liverpool, I think is huge. I think that's huge. So, but I would side with Mane being that dude of the match. I think Mane was money. Thank you for the super chats, Mr. Lost Culturals. Thank you for the super chats. Not going to lie, Liverpool's defense does not convince me. You see, then you should say the same thing about Bayern Munich. What's Liverpool, and I think what Klopp wanted to instruct them to do, specifically with this game, knowing who they were facing, is let's play high. And when you play the high line, it's risky. And you know that you are gambling with them having that ball over the top, which obviously led to Lacazette's first goal and led to those two chances that Lacazette had. But for Klopp and for Hansi Flick, they feel like it's worth the risk, because they trust their keepers in Alisson and Neuer, and they also trust their defenders to restrict the amount of 1v1s the opponent has. But also as well, they want to be extremely dominant in the game and really push the opponent right back into their box. So it's a gamble, and for Liverpool and Bayern, it's a gamble that has mostly paid off for these dudes. Liverpool versus Rebel. Thank you, man. Thank you, Black. Thank you, Black. Black, man. What up, baby? Who's stopping this red machine? In the Premier League, nobody. I would still like to see a Liverpool-Bayern game, although Hoffenheim said what's up to the Bayern. I still think a full-strength PSG, that's still an interesting game. So I've always said full-strength PSG, Bayern, I think those are the things that can definitely stop these dudes. Apart from that, Real Madrid, no. Barcelona, no. Juventus, no. Because my thing is, this defense is still money and so forth. I don't know many teams that can withstand what Salah and Mane bring. Because in Salah and Mane, you're dealing with speed, technique, finishing, and just an unorthodox approach. And also, you're dealing with the club system, which is lots and lots of movement and which is very direct and forward, because he always wants his guys to say, look, guys, play that ball forward, go forward, and we need to be very positive here. So, but look, it's early days, man. It's early days. We're only 2 games into the season. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. But if Liverpool just go on this winning run and they find their song, and because if you think about it, last season they didn't play with swagger. They just won. But if they can now combine that swagger without getting these W's, bro, it's gonna be tough. You know, it's gonna be real tough for these guys. And you're looking at Man City, even first game against Wolves, it wasn't just plain sailing for 90 minutes, and then Leicester City said what's up to them. So it's looking dicey. It's looking dicey for your boy Pep. But yeah, man, it's still early days. It is still early days, man. So, all right, let's just see what you guys are doing. Okay, I think I've caught up with those. Let's see where we are. From the real deal, Arsenal needs Owa, and why is Pep on the bench every game? You see, sorry, Pepe, 100%. I've already said for the first one. Arsenal, whether it's Owa, Arsenal don't have a central midfielder. That's the thing. Danny Ceballos is that, but I think he's very lightweight. Xhaka and Elneny, they are industrious midfielders. Very important, but they aren't central midfielders in the sense of this is the man who keeps the ball, tempo the ball, and this is the man who we know that can supply a key pass on the ball and can keep hold of the ball, and there is quality on the ball for him. Arsenal don't have that, you know, and especially in games like this, you need that quality dude. Xhaka and Elneny, that's not their function, that's not their characteristic. So it is very important that before the transfer window ends, because look, it is what it is. It's a loss to Liverpool. That's a big thing. Arsenal still have 2 wins under their belt. But for moving forward, they need a central midfielder. Like a CM is vital to any team. Forget just Arsenal. Every team has to have a good quality central midfielder. Then you have your DM, your spoiler, your box-to-box, your Mekelele role, your number 10 and everything. But before that, you must have that core. That core, which is your CM, is very, very important. All right. Actually, when you're saying that City to be given the title a couple of seasons ago, yeah, I said that. That was after they did 100 points. After they did 100 points, I said, no, City, these guys are going to walk the title. And that's when City were playing at a very, very high level. But things change. So because things change, it's going to be very, very, very tricky. So from Just Beston, who says, Ancelotti is the only man that can stop Liverpool. You see, that's what people have been saying is that, look, Everton are looking good. And this is definitely one of the better Everton teams that I've seen. But beyond that, and even despite that, Liverpool will still beat Everton. I think it will be a much better game, a much more interesting game, a much closer game. But I don't see Everton beating Liverpool, despite how they've started. I just think that Liverpool's attack, their defense, and just the structure of the team, I just think eventually they'll say what's up. Like, they're not beating them at Anfield. That's not happening. Now, Goodison Park, who knows? Because what's it called? Goodison Park, didn't they draw? And I think it's been a while since Liverpool have actually beaten Everton at Goodison Park. So at Goodison Park, now that they now have a better team now, and they now have a James Rodriguez, maybe they can say what's up. From Armchair Critic, who says, Liverpool, second PL done, Pirlo more talented, Javi greater. Yeah, I believe that Liverpool will defend their title, and Pirlo, yeah, that makes sense. But that was not what we were saying on Sunday, because you said Pirlo better, Javi greater. Oh yeah, you can definitely say that Javi is greater. Yeah, because he's won more. He was in better teams, an all-time team. He's won more trophies, and because he's won more trophies, yeah, you can say that he's sort of greater. But that doesn't mean anything to me. My thing is, who is the better midfielder, which is Pirlo all day, every day. From your boy The Verge, man. Klopp, Lep, come get your chain. Don't run, bro. Look, man. If the way Liverpool played today, if they played Man City, you're looking at like 4 or 5-0. You're looking at 4 or 5-0. Because see the danger is that Man City and Pep, they just play one way. They don't have a plan B. Which is why I said what I admired about Klopp is the fact that last season he said, you know what, I know I have got my philosophy, I've got to tweak it, I've got to win it. I can't be a philosophy merchant. Let me try and see whether there is a way where I can just sort of slightly alternate how we play and how we approach. And that is what he did. Pep has never changed his philosophy. He may tweak things in one game and so forth, but he only has one way of playing. Hence why I can't call Pep a great manager. Because look at Arteta now. Arteta knows, okay, I'm an Arsenal. I don't have the kind of players that Man City have. I've got to play a different way. There is no way Arteta will tell. Because people say, oh, why are Arsenal playing like this and so forth? You wanted Arsenal to go out and attack Liverpool the way they were playing at Anfield? If they had done that, it would have been 5-0. Easily. Because Liverpool would have ripped them apart. Because whenever they would have lost the ball, Liverpool would have just countered the crap out of them, and Salah and Mane would have just ripped them to shreds. So Arsenal's approach in the game was the right approach. Don't get it twisted. It was a complete right approach. The issue is they just did not have the players. That's the issue. They just do not have the players. From Armchair Critic, thank you for the super chat, Armchair Critic. Mane is one of the most valuable players in Europe. No, look, I have been singing my praises for Mane, and I've said again that I'm not here to compare Mane and Salah because I think they do different things. I think Mane has more to his game, and Mane is more dangerous because of how he can beat you in the air, left foot, right foot. He can go into the wing, he can go in the middle, and he's very unorthodox. Salah is just a better goal scorer. So in a 1v1 situation, I will take Salah over Mane all day, every day, because Salah's finishing is just precise. But for me, in terms of building up the play and bringing the ball up, I want Sadio Mane, because I told you, Mane, that guy is tough, man. That guy is tough. All right, let's just see. With the new handball rules, Salah can score 40 goals. All Salah has to do is smack the ball at the dude's hand, and this guy is gonna start pad. He's gonna start pad. It's very easy. He's gonna easy start pad. All he needs to do is just smack the ball at the guy's hand, and he's gonna start pad very, very easily, man. All right, what do you guys say, man? All right. How did this team lose to Atletico Madrid again? I won't take Liverpool seriously until they make the semis of the UCL this year. It happens. It happens. Look at 2012. Why was Messi crying after they got knocked out by Chelsea? Because you say to yourself, how the heck did Barcelona lose that game to Chelsea? Barcelona, even say again, how the hell did they lose that game in 2010 to Inter Milan? And 100% Liverpool, they know they should have won because they totally battered Atletico. They hit them chance after chance after chance. But I think there comes a time where you need to have a different approach to how you attack. You need to have a different way in how you want to break teams down. And I just felt that after a while, their pattern, once Atletico Madrid and Oblak held firm, they just became a bit too repetitive. And I think that is why he's bringing in Thiago Alcantara, because you need someone in that game when you're going up against a deep block. Bro, I need that pass. I need something different. I need just a bit of magic, and I just need someone to just do a crazy pass. I need someone to do a crazy dribble, do something out of the ordinary to try and create something, because it is very obvious, because all Liverpool were doing were just spamming crosses. And Atletico Madrid were like, as long as these guys spam these crosses, we're good. Keep spamming those crosses, we're good, and we're fine. But I think Liverpool had like about 13 or 14 shots on target in that game. And they didn't win. Insane. But again, that's for football, man. Football is not about how many chances you have. It's not about how many shots on target you have. It's about how many times do you put the ball in the net. So, oh Lord, here we are. Mane is clear of Hazard, correct? No, look. In terms of ability, Hazard is better than Mane. Just pure ability is better. But if we're talking right now, in terms of form right now, yeah, he's better. Because Hazard is going through something. I don't know what he is going through. He's going through something. So if we're talking right now, yeah, Mane is better. But overall, in terms of ability, nah. Andre, thank you for the super chat, Andre. LDO or Zad? Zad. See, that's the key thing because you didn't say Hazard. And LDO is tops. Zad is different. I'll say this though. As a defender, I would rather face Zad than LDO. Because LDO is because he's so unpredictable. As a defender, that would be a very long night for a defender. Because it's like, okay, what's this guy doing? He has everything like that. But for Zad is very particular at what he does. He does it very well, but what he does. But Zad will not be as much of a headache for me as a defender as LDA would be. So, but for me, if you're just saying who is better, Zad is the better player. Like Zad is top 3. And that is with Messi saying what's up. Okay, with Messi saying it's Neymar, Messi, Zad. That's how it works. But it's been a long time since we've seen Zad. Hey man, I had a new haircut, man. I had to go bald, man. All right, what does you guys say? Send those cues. I'm going to be off soon. Send those cues, man. Send those cues. Look, as I said again, man, Liverpool. But guys, who knows? Maybe Chelsea could say something. Maybe Chelsea could become Manchester. Who knows? Or maybe 10 games time, Liverpool, loss, draw. And City. So much can change in a week in football. Right now, Man City at the bottom of everyone's jokes. Losers, Lep, Fraudiola, crap, all that stuff. But all it takes is just a win, and another win, and another win. Like the thing for Man City is that they face Leeds. They face Leeds next. Now, if City have back-to-back L's, then that's when we have to now say what's up. Will Maitland-Niles ever stop being a brick? You see, I like Maitland-Niles. And I think the thing about it, let me just see, how old is this dude? Maitland-Niles age. Okay, he's 23. He's still youngish. He's still sort of youngish and so forth. And I think that with Maitland-Niles, because I've seen games where he has been useful. And I think, look, he's not always going to be great every game. He's not going to be superb every game because he's not a top-tier player. But I do feel that he is a useful player for Arsenal to have. And I think he has been useful. And I think he has done some good things, Like that Europa League final, boom, against Hazard. He had a bad game. But guys will have bad games. But my thing about it is, like, if Arsenal, there are better players than Maitland-Niles out there in the market. But for now, it is what it is. He has that sort of, the left side position and so forth. So, you can't just say for me, I'm not putting him in the academy. I'm not even putting him under review after like one bad game or one poor game. So I don't think there is a consistency of crap games that he has, And remember, he is still young. Man. Super chat here from Mr. Dan. Thank you. Super chat said, who would you rather face, Messi or Neymar? Neymar. Because Messi's speed is too much. And I think what they always tell you is shorter players have hell to defend against because they have a low center of gravity. So it is far easier for them to make quick, sharp turns. And therefore, it's far harder for you to tackle them without fouling them. Like, Neymar will still be hard, but I can imagine Messi being a nightmare. I can imagine Messi being a nightmare to face. Like, Messi, that's a problem. And you can see how the guy just weaves and just gets past guys. So Messi is a serious problem. Like, for me, It's like Neymar is more skilled. There is more creativity and imagination in Neymar's game, but I just think that Messi would be much more of a headache for defenders, man. Um, all right, let's see what they're saying, man. Send in those cues, guys. Send in those cues. Send in those cues. Send in those cues. Send in those cues. So yeah, so look, man. So and look, shout out to your boy Diego Jota, man. I don't know, like he's better than Shaqiri. I'll give you that. He's better than Minamino. That would be a very tough loss for Wolves because Jota was, I think, one of Wolves' best players. So I don't even know why they even didn't fight hard enough to even keep him. So, yeah, and my thing about it is that, yeah, because I think, didn't he play like as a support striker for Wolves? So I don't know how well he does out on our left side. That's my thing. I don't really know how well he'll do at that left side because I just think that, Mane has just sort of made that left side attack his own. He's just sort of cultivated that and really controlled that. So yeah. Would you take Etso or Mane? Now, if you're saying at their peak, going Etso all day. Like peak Etso is one of the best strikers I've ever seen. Okay, like peak Etso was a freak. Dude was an absolute freak. Dude was an absolute freak. So, like that dude is okay. We're dealing with something completely different here. Dealing with something completely different here when we're talking about your boy Eto. Like Mane is look, so LDO is LDO, and I think LDO could have another big season. And I just think LDO is just getting better and better and better. And wait, how old is even the dude now? Wait, sorry, Mane age. And Mane is right in his prime. Mane is right in his prime because he's going to be 29 next April. So wow, so this is really Mane's thingy, man. So wow, huh? So that's interesting. So Salah and Mane are both the same age, and they are both 28. So which is why it makes sense, and especially now where we've now talked about how people's peak lasts a lot longer. Look at what Benzema is doing at 32. Look at what Obama is doing at 31, 32. So my thing about it is that these guys could, if Liverpool keep hold of them, keep them and so forth, these guys could really dominate for some time. But then, if Real Madrid now come knocking and Real Madrid said, yo, LDO, do you want to come and win some sales at the Bernabeu, the biggest club in the world? Do they say no? So can Liverpool keep hold of them? Because if Liverpool and Klopp can keep hold of these two guys, it's going to be hard for anybody to say what's up. Because Klopp has a very, very good thing going, man. A very good thing going. So, for me boy, just Besson, Cristiano carrying Juve like 18 and 19 Messi. Juve are trash. Look, it's one game. It's one game. But for Juventus, man, I just think that, I'm just disappointed in Juventus. What can I say? How can you lose these many CL finals? How can you lose those many CL finals? And yes, having a 30-something-year-old carry you like that, that's embarrassing. How is a 35-year-old who should be washed right there in a retirement home carrying a whole Juventus football club? I'm critic, man. What will La Liga with Atletico Madrid do for the Cannibals' legacy? Well, it depends what he does. Like if he balls for them, if they do the balls for them, gets like 20 something goals, it raises his standard because now he's now gone to another club. Everything like if he leads them to a La Liga title, which is very feasible, in what I think could be a 3-horse race, man, then we have to have a different conversation about where the Cannibal lies with respect to Lewandowski and Benzema, with Lewandowski and Benzema pretty much staying at one club for a large period of time. for Cannibal, he bowled at Liverpool, bowled for Barcelona, sort of bowled for Ajax as well. So if he now bowls for Atletico Madrid, that's like 4 clubs he bowled for. And if he can win, or if he win anything with Liverpool, can win with 2 clubs, I think that would be huge. Which press is better, Klopp or Pep? That's the press that Pep had during his Barca side was insane. That might be the best presser that I've ever seen. Like the way those guys cut off the supply channels and so forth. You went to the Camp Nou and you just couldn't play. You couldn't play. It was a crazy thing that I've ever seen. Like, wait, guys, nobody can play here. This is messed up. But I think his press for Man City is still pretty good. But I think Klopp's press is also impressive. I think when City's team really get it well, I think Pep's press is special. I don't think Klopp puts as much emphasis on the press as Pep does. Because you see, Pep's system is very focused on possession. Do you know why? He doesn't want his team to defend. He never wants his team to do the defending. Which is why when his teams now have to do defending, they are screwed. But whereas I think Klopp is happy for his team to do defending because I think he actually, which is why he has Van Dijk, which is why Liverpool were so much better defensively last season than they were 2 seasons ago. Klopp, I just think, has more care and understanding for defensive coaching than Pep does. So for him, like, of course the press is important for him, but I don't think it's as important for him as it is for Pep. Where for Pep, he needs that possession. He needs that possession. So, oh look, man, Wilton, relax, man. Should AC Milan go after on? Wait, are you talking 2020 or 1994? We are in 2020 right now. AC Milan? I mean, look, let's go to that. Samuel, a good hangout friend. Wait, Jota has more goals than Werner. First of all, does that goal count? That was a deflection. So we're now counting the deflected goals. So Samuel, so is that where we've now reached? We are now counting deflected goals. Really? Really? Come on, man. Come on. We cannot count the defensive goals, man. Look, that's just wild, man. The defending is a selfless presence and retaining the ball. Is a different way of defense. You need selfless players, though, or it all falls down like it has with City. No. Look, for me, but it's not defend. It is a kind of defending, but it's not the defending. Because for me, defending is, this attack is now coming against us. Is our positioning right? Do we go out and meet them? Do we do a 1v1? Do we do man-to-man? Do we do zonal? For me, that is the defending. Real kind of traditional defending. But of course, pressing is a kind of defending because anytime you're without the ball, you have to defend. So it is a kind of, basically, put it this way. Pep doesn't want to defend in his own half or in his own box. He wants to defend in your own box. Hence why he wants his guys to press in because, look, we don't want them to even cross the halfway line. But my thing for Pep is that, all right, can you play guys or can you defend if teams are now crossing the halfway line and coming near you? Can you coach your team to understand good positioning, having a good shape and shutting off the channels and the spaces? Because both types of defending are important, not just the high press and so forth, man. Do you think Liverpool can do the domestic treble this season? Depends if they want to. It depends if they want to. I think, Thiago and Jota, that helps because that adds a bit of depth to the squad. And I think to win that kind of domestic treble, you need a deep squad. But my thing about it is, I do feel that Liverpool's priority is to defend this title. And that will always be their priority. Now, of course, with every game, they will go for it and so forth. And with the Karabuki Cup, it's like, well, we'll play the kids and the roadmen, but we're not going to now sort of play Mane or Salah or Fabinho in a riffraff Karabuki game when we have like a Premier League game on the weekend. So my thing about it is, how much do they want it? How desperate are they? They can't do it. They can't win a domestic treble 100% because they have the players and they have the talent. Do I think they will? I don't think so. I don't think they will, because I think that the reason why City were able to make the domestic trebles, I think City, when they did it, they had a better squad, as in their bench and so forth. And I just think that they messed up because they were trying to be greedy, going for a quadruple instead of just focusing on a flipping treble, man, which is how you should really be doing things, man. Do you think Liverpool will win the UCL this season? I think they're one of the favorites. Will they? I have no idea. But I think they're one of the favorites. I can't tell you who will win this UCL this season because I need to watch some of the games. I don't think Bayern will defend their title, I can tell you that. But I think Liverpool are one of the favorites because, as I said again, Liverpool should have beaten Atletico. They know that. They know they should have smacked up on Atletico. So they'll come back and say, what's up, man? Your boy Vilton says, why hasn't a team in the Premier League not done the treble yet since 1999? Because of the kinds of teams that we've seen emerge from Spain and Germany, I just think that Bayern Munich and Barcelona just took things to the next level. Which is why I just said that, as much as you want to preach about the Premier League and so forth, a Premier League team has only done the treble once. Same thing with the Serie A. Serie A has only had a team that's done this once. Barcelona have done the treble twice. Bayern Munich have done the treble twice. So, and it's not like saying that the Premier League is trash and so forth. I just feel that when those teams came through, like, I just think the Barcelona, Real Madrid era, I just think they were just on such a higher level. And even for Bayern Munich as well, they're just on such a higher level than the Premier League teams, So, which is why I love the Champions League, because the Champions League really tells you who is the real true elite. Because I hate the kind of arrogance of some people that say, oh, this guy has won all these Premier League titles, therefore he's the best in the world. No, how many CL titles have you won? Because the Champions League for me, because I'm all about the degree of difficulty. Degree of difficulty. I don't care what you did against Elche or flipping Scunthorpe. That doesn't mean nothing to me. My thing about it is that, cool, secure that league, because a league is important, because a league is a marathon, and I think a league shows great management and great focus. But for me, you need to marry that with what you do in a CL, which is why those teams that win a treble are truly, truly special teams. But then again, if you not defend your CL title, man, that's on another level, man. All right, let's just see, man. So look, man. Maybe I'll just be rounding off soon here, but look, Arsenal, man, get OR. Call Arteta, I don't know who the president is or the owner is. Get OR. That is very important. You need that dude in order to survive and in order to say what's up. That is very, very important to have that dude there, man. Because if you don't, he ain't gonna be pretty. And I just think that it's, for Arsenal, you will do yourselves a disservice if you just carry on with Xhaka, because Arsenal, you have something good here. You got beat up. But there is no shame in getting beat up by Liverpool. There are still 36 games to go. And I think with a good quality central midfielder, Arsenal have a great argument to make top four. Just don't give these 1v1 chances to Lacazette. Because I think Lacazette, he ain't that great. And I think he might have slightly declined. And Aubameyang, if Aubameyang just watches the replay and sees those 1v1s, he's like, if only those chances fell to me. If only those chances fell to me. Even if they can't, they need someone of that ilk. It doesn't have to be him. They need a central midfielder. They need a natural quality ball passing central midfielder. That is what they need. It is very, very important that they have that. And also with regards to Liverpool, big win, played really well. One of Liverpool's most commanding and dominating performances that I've seen from them from a very, very, very long time indeed, man. And I think that they're looking good. These guys are looking good, and I think that I can sense a hunger and desire for this team to say what's up, and to say what's up with regards to defending their titles. And I think they're very, very clear. Because I think so. If Liverpool defend their title, does that mean that they now go ahead of United, or do they equal United? So do United have the same as them, or do they have equal to them? Like, I don't know. So if Liverpool win this title, are they ahead of United in Premier Leagues, or do they go equal with them in Premier Leagues? But they definitely want to do it, because I think winning something the first time, it's great, it's cool. What really defines you as a serious team and someone who's serious is when you defend. Which is why what City did was super impressive, which is that 100 points one season, great and everything, but it's them defending it. And Pep said that the most satisfying league win he's ever had was the 98-point season. Not 100 points, the 98-point season, based on just how difficult it was and how Liverpool pushed them all the way to the final day of the season. Okay, so it's equal. Okay. So I think for Liverpool, they say, look, man, we want to go equal. And I think this era and what Liverpool have, this is the best chance they have to now take themselves back at the top with regards to Premier League titles, because United are not winning. Mo, you know this right now. United are not sniffing a Premier League title in a while. Okay, they're not sniffing a Premier League title in a while. So this is when, because Liverpool, if they keep Klopp, they keep their best players, they keep the core of this team, and they keep adding to it, I don't see any reason why they can't win 2, 3, or 4 over the next 5, 6 years. Because United, as I said, in the next 4 or 5 years, United are not sniffing a Premier League title, because these guys are going through a whole rebuild process. So this is the time. Guys, it's been swell. It's been real. Remember to check out the website, halffootballhot.com, for all updates, halffootballhot.com. And remember to like the vid. Remember to subscribe as well. And I will see you guys on the other one. Keep abreast of all things on the YouTube Gablingi. Peace. Become a Football Hot member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams, and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.